Sports at Night is recorded in front of a non-existent studio audience. What is going on, everybody? We are back in action. Sports at Night, real fans, real talk, coming at you LIVE live, wherever you may be watching and however you may be watching. As always, I'm your host here, Todd Knight, and joining me again, Jevon Superman Miller in the hizzy.
Yeah.
Baby.
What up, baby?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm pumped up, man. Today
me
is
too.
the day, man. I hope all you cats, matter of fact, if you down there in Death Valley, you better cut this show on before the show begins.
Yes.
Get us in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if it happens to run over by a few minutes, man, you mute that damn TV and you keep it on us as long as you possibly can.
Please.
We'll try to keep it in here within an hour. I promise you that.
Yes, indeed.
So we're just going to go ahead and just dive right in here. You know, we went, my wife and I, we spent last week in Colorado.
Yeah.
Right? And we had ourselves a great time. Wonderful people. We loved Denver. We loved Aspen. We loved the entire Colorado scene. Rocky Mountains.
It's beautiful.
Very, very beautiful this time of year. And as we were driving along the roads to Aspen, though, we couldn't help but notice that there were like cliffs that were just like right over the edge and everything.
That's what freaks me out every time I go up there, bro. 'Cause
Yep.
I'm scared of heights, and I think I'm going to die every single time I go up there. So I'm just letting you know, man, I don't know how you guys did it. I would have freaked out.
We just try to maintain our focus on the road.
Amen.
But we were, at that point, we were absolutely thankful that we had auto insurance and we absolutely had life insurance. Which brings us to our next point here. This show is brought to you in large part by Paul McMurray State Farm, where the only thing better than the policies themselves is the service you'll be provided with. Go ahead and call the number on your screen, guys. An agent will be more than happy to assist you with all of your insurance needs.
Todd, the next time I go to Colorado, I think I'm going to call Paul. Because I think I'm going off a cliff.
Yes, exactly. Better call Paul, baby.
Indeed.
Before we dive into our show way too much here, I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out here. We have not mentioned anything about baseball here hardly since opening day.
Right.
And I think it's definitely worth mentioning here that we give ourselves a big Sports at Night congratulations to the Boston Red Sox on nailing the World Series over the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-1. You know, whenever we were in Colorado and everything, and we were watching at one of the sports bars there, and this was just after the Dodgers had won in 18 innings the night before, and then they had a 4-0 lead, commanding 4-0 lead going into, I believe, the 6th inning, and then everything turned literally with one swing of the bat.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's a 1-run game.
Yeah.
And the entire bar is screaming, beat LA, beat LA, beat LA. And it wasn't because they were necessarily cheering for the Red Sox.
Nah.
Dodgers are in their division, bro. You know, and so because of that, they were cheering that the Dodgers would fall flat on their ass, and they did.
Well, you got to remember, man, there ain't nothing but Colorado Rockies up that way, baby. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
It's the
Absolutely,
Rockies
man.
up there. So, man, anything on the West Coast, you getting cheered against. It's just the way to go.
Pretty much, especially when you're talking about an LA team.
Absolutely.
You know?
But this is the thing, man. You know, whatever curse the Bambino had, that thing been broken and long since thrown to the toilet.
Yeah.
Boston is doing their thing, even though I completely hate anything that has to do with Boston or that area or New England or
that is
Tom Brady.
That is rather brutal.
Whatever poop team that comes out. And matter of fact, I just met a guy at my restaurant the other day from Boston last night.
Really?
Yeah, he was at the restaurant. I was serving him, and he told me he was from Boston. I told him I hate his team, and I told him I hate his quarterback.
You know what?
And guess what?
I admire you for being that frank with the guy.
I sure did. I told him, man, I was ready for a boxing match if he wanted to.
Oh,
but
my
guess what
gosh.
he told me?
What?
He said, dude, I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. So it's like you morphed into me for a minute there.
Right.
Okay,
It
nice.
was cool,
nice,
man.
nice.
I
like
really
it.
did thought I was going to give me a good Boston boxing match going on up there, man. A good fisticuff. But no,
Nice.
he said he was a Cowboy fan.
All right.
We cool now.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what?
And he was a good tipper.
You know what? He was a Cowboys. He's a Cowboys fan and everything. Everybody already knows that I'm a Cowboys fan. Let's go ahead and just dive in here really quick, man. The most impactful trades that happened here as the deadline was approaching in the NFL.
Huge trades, man.
It's hard for me not to at least acknowledge the Amari Cooper trade going to the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, the Cowboys forfeited their first-round pick in this year's draft
He's
to
what
get
y'all
him.
needed.
And he and Dak spent the entire bye week working together, which is exactly what they needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
The NFC East is still very much up for grabs right now. Washington has it. They're 5-2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
The next best team right now, as far as the standings are concerned, Philadelphia at 4-4.
Mm-hmm. But Philly up and down. They're
very much. They've already lost more games than they did all of last year combined, postseason included.
Yeah, they're not very steady. They're not a very steady team.
No, they're definitely not. But they can. They're still good enough to rewrite the ship. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they themselves made a trade also. They got Golden Tate from the Detroit Lions for a third-round pick, which I thought was a steep price, honestly.
It's a steep price, but I know why they went and got Golden Tate. They're trying to give Wentz as many weapons as they can because personally, I don't believe Wentz is 100%. They can't make me believe that.
Right.
I don't care what they say. The stats are saying he's not playing like the Wentz of last year. He's having some hiccups. He's throwing some interceptions that he shouldn't. I think they're giving him Tate to give him another weapon to try to help this cat out because he needs it.
They don't have a slot receiver, and that's where Golden Tate specializes.
Mm-hmm.
He did it, for 4 years with Detroit. He did it for the 4 years prior to that with the Seahawks.
The dude is super fast,
I think it's a beneficial trade for them, but it's on a rental basis.
Right.
Because I cannot see Golden Tate, with this being a contract year, I do not see him staying in Philadelphia after the season.
No,
it absolutely is Super Bowl or bust with this move. Kudos to the Lions. I know that they're upset about losing GT3.
But they had to hurt, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something else though. The Cowboys was amazingly smart for getting Amari Cooper because now you got another
first round is way too steep a price in my opinion.
I understand, but he's another big guy that can help Dak out, man. Just like the guy y'all just lost. What's his name? Dez Bryant. He's another cat. They can get up there. They can cause a distraction. Even if they don't throw him the ball, he's still another distraction, which will open up lanes for Zeke, which will move the defense back, open more lanes for Zeke. Then y'all can get back to doing what you did to make it such superstar team that you were.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I'll give you that one.
I think y'all going for right now, not so much in the future. Which I know that first round pick hurt. I know it did, but I think y'all want to win now.
You know what? Speaking as an analyst and as a Cowboys fan, the most intriguing trade to me, honestly, was Clinton Dix going to the Washington Redskins.
That's huge, man.
Redskins already had a pretty good defense as it is. Seriously, they do have a pretty good defense.
Putting him over there definitely making it better.
They've got the two Alabama beasts in the middle, which we will talk about Alabama here later.
I don't really want to, but okay.
It's such a big game. We have to at least acknowledge.
You got to talk about
it. But
and
them solidifying him as a safety in the back end of the defense, I think is huge for them.
Oh yeah, man. That is a big move for them, man.
Yep.
Clinton Dix he's a damn good safety.
He really is.
He really is a good safety, and I think that once again, Washington see that they can actually go somewhere with this team.
Yeah.
Acquiring Alex Smith. Alex Smith came over there. He's made his presence felt. He's automatically, he took that offense and put it on his back, man. And I told you, I used to hate on Alex Smith because he was in our division, but now, he's not over there anymore, and I can actually say he's a good quarterback.
You're throwing him a little bit of love because you don't have to play him twice a year.
Thank you, God, Jesus. I got you. But Mahomes ain't been any better, Alex. You let this little pipsqueak come over here, take your spot, and now he's kicking our butts. I don't like it, and I don't like it at all. But I'm glad that you're making, the Redskins.
Broncos played admirably against the Chiefs
Both times.
On the
we
real,
only
dude.
we lost by a touchdown each time.
Yeah.
So we know we're giving people the blueprint to beat these guys. Their defense sucks.
It's just a matter of actually being able to execute said blueprint.
Their weak spot that's
Yeah.
going to get them in the playoffs is their defense. That defense is trash. And I don't care what nobody say. They defense, it showed up for one game maybe? Their defense trash, man.
Yeah. I want to see what they're actually going to be able to do when the temperatures are cold and it's really windy out.
And all
is
that
Mahomes going to be able to
all that throwing has to go out the
perform like
window.
he has been?
Yeah, you're right. But back to trades, I got to talk about my boy Demaryius Thomas leaving us. Bronco country, my heart is broken, okay? I'm letting you know right now, my heart is broken. I love me some Demaryius Targaryen. I'm borrowing that phrase from my boy Brandon Perner. If you're actually watching this show, I'm giving you a shout out. Watch his show, That's Good Sports. It's a great show. He's a great analyst. Really cool guy. You say something to him, he say something to you back. He named him Demaryius Targaryen. And I am so sad to lose my boy, man. And he's going to the team that we're about to meet this Sunday.
Feeling some Game of Thrones on that one. Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
think
that.
that's where he got it from, I think. You know what I mean? But, dude, he's finna come up there, man. I'm afraid he's going to get 150 yards on us, man. You know what I mean? That offense is deadly over there in Texas, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because we're doing something a little different than what we have in the past. And I'm so glad that you did that because that created the perfect segue for this. We're going to do our top 5 games here.
Okay, I'm ready.
Based on our opinion.
Okay.
And it has to be acknowledged, man.
Yeah.
Demaryius Thomas going to the Houston Texans.
Oh, man.
Houston Texans just lost. They just lost Will Fuller the 5th.
Yep.
For the season. So now Deshaun Watson has a new threat, mind you, a completely different skill set. But they've got DeAndre Hopkins. Who is a phenomenal wide receiver in his own right.
Jesus.
And then you have Demaryius Thomas as well. Texans have really kicked it into high gear here. They've won 5 games in a row.
They're good.
They looked absolutely impressive against the Dolphins. And their defense is really in midseason form right now.
I'm going to start calling them the overtime Texans.
Yeah. Why not? Seriously, why not, man? But yeah, looking at this particular matchup, who do you have and why?
Whew, God, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh man, listen, I'm only. And my Bronco fans, y'all don't get mad at me, but I'm only going with us just because we made that trade. We cannot lose. It's like if you trade him to the team that we're about to play and we lose to him, that's almost like messing yourself up, man. It's almost admitting that you were wrong. So we have to win. It's almost like when Bill Belichick plays his former coaches, right? He feels like he has to win because it's like, all right, I can't lose against my understudies.
Well, he did in week 3, didn't he?
I know he did not. Hey, by the way, big ups to the Lions for kicking their butt. Much love. But
3-1-3, baby.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, I just feel like we cannot lose that game, bro. We have to win it. Just so because if Demaryius have a breakout game and we lose because of him, man, I think Vance Joseph's getting fired.
That is a little bit extreme in my opinion.
He might get fired, man. He's already
after that game.
Not right
He's
after
not
that
Hugh
game.
Jackson.
No, but he's on the hot seat though. I'm telling you, Vance is on the hot seat. I know John Elway. John Elway would throw your butt on the hot seat for sure. And here's Vance coming up on his second losing season. Yeah. He's on the second losing season now, man. John Fox only had 1 winning season and still got kicked out.
Yeah, that is true. And like we've said on the show before, it's Elway or the highway.
It's Elway or the highway. Johnny boy, don't play. So yeah, we have to win this game.
All right.
Okay, so that's why I'm going with the Broncos. I feel like we have to win.
I'm going with the Texans, and
I'm with you.
There's a very specific reason as to why I'm going with the Texans.
Okay.
Demaryius Thomas now being in Houston, He is going to know the Broncos defense inside and out, backwards
man.
and forwards.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Having practiced against them on a daily basis, he's going to know offensively, he's going to know all the hand signals, he's going to know all the cadences, he's going to know all these different things.
And he has played against the no-fly zone. He's practiced against the no-fly zone many times, man.
And that's why I believe that the Houston Texans will win this game.
Oh, but hey, I'm with you, man. Hey, look, I made it clear why I'm going with the Broncos.
Oh yeah, yeah, I get that. And I respect
in my heart of hearts, I'm afraid.
All right,
I'm afraid.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm afraid, baby, man. Them Texans coming in there, man, with our old weapon. It might use our old weapon against us.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so. Let's think here for a second. We have a Sunday night matchup that really pits against each other. Two obvious, first ballot Hall of Famers. I mean, whether you like it or not, you have to say it. Okay. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers going on to take on Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Yeah.
Mad kudos to the Buffalo Bills for hanging with the Patriots for the first three quarters on Monday night.
Their defense played beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful defensive game. If anybody watched that game, that was just straight defense, man.
It truly was.
It was a banger, you know what I mean? Old school style.
It was. Yeah. It was. And I'm going to say right now, man, Patriots look vulnerable right now.
Oh, they do.
They really do. That defense is shaky. Very, very, very shaky. They do not have they're minus playmakers. They've been able to not get off the field on third down. Mm-hmm. And what they were doing the previous couple of years, once teams would get in the red zone, they would at least hold them to 3. Those are becoming touchdowns now. The only reason it didn't result in anything last week is because they were playing a very, very lousy Buffalo Bills offense.
Yeah, their offense sucked. I mean, and they sucked in a major way.
And the Packers, looking at them, man, they played the undefeated Rams tough. Really tough.
Lost that game on a technicality, and that technicality happened to be an idiot on special teams. If you would have sat your stupid butt down,
hey man, it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Give the ball to the best quarterback in the league right now, and let him handle his business and do what he does. You would have a W, and the Rams would have their first loss.
Yeah.
You know
probably
what I mean?
So.
I seriously, honestly, man. They lost by 2 points, right?
Yeah. 29-27.
All you need to get field goals. Come on, man. Who's better at the 2-minute drill than damn Aaron Rodgers, man? Get in there, kick that field goal, go home, W, winner. And
I get that, but
and Green Bay pissed, by the way. I'm telling you right now, Green Bay pissed because of that loss. They got something to prove. You got the greatest quarterback in the league right now with Aaron Rodgers, and the wannabe greatest quarterback in the league right now with that punk Tom Brady. And I think that Green Bay got a chip on their shoulder. They mad about last week. They could have beat the best team in the league, and they finna beat this team, the best team in the AFC right now.
All right.
I'm going with Green Bay.
You know what? As I'm not trying to troll you or anything, but just look at it, man. I wish both teams could lose this game. Just speaking as a fan, I wish both teams could lose this game.
I know. God, I know.
But I especially wish that the Green Bay Packers would lose the game. That would make my wife so much happier.
But it would make me happy.
Yeah, no doubt. But I just honestly, as much as I just badmouth the Patriots, they're still the Patriots. The Packers are going into Foxborough, and the Patriots, they don't have games like that back to back very often.
Not very often, no.
And the city itself is very celebratory right now with the Red Sox winning the World Series, as I mentioned earlier. And seriously, I'm not getting any love right now. That look says it all. But seriously, God.
Go ahead and pick the Patriots.
I'm picking the Patriots.
Go ahead,
I'm just gonna go ahead and pick the Patriots.
All I got to say is Bill Belichick love picking on young, vulnerable quarterbacks. Well, sorry, Billy Bill. It's not gonna be a young, vulnerable quarterback. It's gonna be a vet, baby. He's coming in your house and he's gonna take you out. I don't care how cold it is. It's way colder than that in Green Bay. Sometimes you feel like you're falling on a brick wall when you hit the ground. You know what I mean? They ready. Man, I'm with you. Get them, Aaron. Discount double check. Yeah.
Look here. My money says that number 12 is going to win the game.
All right.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. A number 12 will win the game. I'm with you on that.
That's going to happen, barring an injury.
Indeed.
Listen, man. Sticking in the same division as the Packers, you got another matchup that, to me, is not getting the kind of notoriety that it really deserves, but I think it's going to be really, really, really huge. The Detroit Lions, in a critical stretch right now on their schedule, they're taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Ooh.
It is at Bank of America Stadium.
Ooh.
And
Jesus.
Seattle, they had their way with Detroit last week.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way around that. And you know what, man? As I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this matchup as a whole.
Man.
Stephon Diggs is questionable to play. If he does not suit up, then I've got Darius Slay on Adam Thielen all game long. And I dare anybody else to beat me defensively. I feel like Detroit can stop the run against Minnesota.
Oh, they defense stout.
They're definitely getting better. Throwing out last week's mulligan.
I'm worried though.
And despite the fact that I'm wearing purple, I am going to say the Detroit Lions will win this game. They are currently sitting at last place in the division, but this division is still anybody's race right now.
I'm still worried about Detroit though.
All right. What you got?
I'm worried about Detroit because of losing Golden Tate.
That's your reason?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm worried about him. I mean, that kid is phenomenal. He was phenomenal. He was phenomenal when he was over there with the Seattle Seahawks. He was phenomenal with Detroit, and I think he's a valuable weapon that they gave up. And he's a dynamic slot receiver.
He's had a case of the dropsies now for a little while, and I mean, sometimes he gets a little too caught up in his own little personal antics.
He does. He
on
plays
the field. I mean, that drives me nuts.
He plays too much. You're right about that. But then I'm looking on the other side of the ball. I'm looking at that damn. You know who Kirk Cousins starting to remind me of? He reminding me of the NFC version of Phillip Rivers.
Who?
He does. He just don't want to lose, man. I don't care what you do to Kirk Cousins. He's gonna keep slinging that ball, man, and slinging that ball. You know that's how Phillip Rivers is. I mean, when Phillip down and you think that you got the Chargers, man, Phillip just somehow wheels them boys back.
Yeah.
And to me,
you're right.
Kirk does the same thing, man. He just wheels them. He did it over there with the Chiefs. Not the Chiefs. I'm sorry, with the Redskins.
Yeah.
And
get your Native American straight, dang it.
Yeah. Sorry, my Native brothers. You know, I mean, I still feel like the Chiefs and the Redskins. I think that's some messed up stuff right there. You know what I mean? That's some slander. You know what I mean? Y'all are natives. But anyway,
power to the people.
Power to the natives. Now, back to what I was saying before I get all political. But
yes,
I'm just
this is a sports show.
It is a sports show. There it is, man. I'm gonna take a knee in a minute. You keep it up. All right. Now, I'm going down, man. I'll start the anthem. I'm sorry, y'all can get mad at me, man, but I think I'm gonna go with Cousins, man. I think I'm gonna go with Minnesota, man.
Hitting up the Vikes.
I'm hitting up the Vikes, man. That Kurt, man, he has a way to wheel them boys to win. I know I ain't gonna get no love after this, guys. And if y'all don't see me anymore, it's gonna be because Hazard murdered me. But I'm going with the Vikings.
Wow. All right. I mean, your reasons are definitely justifiable, so I'm not gonna rain on you too hard for that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. You are welcome, dear sir. There's another game that's gonna be coming on. It's definitely a rivalry. Has a very, very, very old school feel to it.
Oh, I know who you finna go with.
Oh man. I gotta throw this in here.
Please let it be the 10 game I'm thinking about.
How about the Steelers and the Ravens? I'm looking at that right there, man.
Yeah.
Steelers visiting the Ravens. You have Big Ben, Antonio Brown going up against the number 1 defense in the league right now, minus last week's performance against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, Ravens still doing everything they can to win with defense.
They are.
And they've been very successful with that.
Yeah.
What do they have that's a little bit of a problem, though?
That offense.
Yeah. I mean,
They don't know
Joe Flacco continues to be
They
good
don't-
one week, bad the next.
They don't know what quarterback they want. I think that's what's the true fluctuation right
Yeah.
now. They don't know who they want. They don't know if they want the rookie or do they want Flacco. I mean, you got to make up your mind, man. Who's your quarterback? What's going on? Because not everybody's like the Saints, you know what I mean, where they're able to use both of their quarterbacks equally and efficiently. Right? I don't know, the Baltimore is not built to do that kind of stuff. And
No.
not only that,
No,
all
definitely
I got
not.
to say is referees, get your flags ready because people going to get hit. Somebody going to get hurt.
You going to get
Quarterback-
jacked up.
Quarterbacks getting flipped. We don't give a good and goddamn about who lay on a quarterback or who hit a quarterback or what. Man, nobody cares. Fine. You know what? When them teams meet,
Yeah.
they write a note to Roger Goodell and say, get ready to fine us because we're gonna murder some people out here today. That's what I like about that, man. I wrote a note to Roger Goodell before this game, and I told him that bodies will be laying on the field.
You're going straight Undertaker, man.
And I'm going Undertaker. I'm getting morbid, baby. Some people dying in this game. Oh, I love this game right here.
Sorry. I had to do it.
I'm going with Pittsburgh. Going with Pittsburgh. That's my uncle's team. That's my cousin's team. My grandma loved them suckers. And I like Pittsburgh too. I mean, I'm a Bronco fan. I love my Broncos, but it's something about Pittsburgh. They just such a grimy squad, and I love them. I really do like that team, and every single year I push for them to go back to the Super Bowl, and I be wanting them to go back to the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're going to go back to the Super Bowl or anything, but
Right.
I will say this: you and I are on the same page on this game here.
Right.
The Steelers, I feel like this is. They're doing well. They're doing what they need to do now.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense still remains very suspect, but they're going up against a porous offense, like we were already talking about.
Right.
And
we don't know what Flacco going to do.
And I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, being kind of an old school guy, I mean, I love defense. Defense wins championships. But a lot of the times, whenever you have games like this, that's not going to be in inclement weather yet.
Yeah.
Offense trumps defense, and Pittsburgh just has too much offensive firepower, in my opinion.
Oh my goodness!
With Juju, with Juju Schuster-Smith. That's a hard game. That's a hard name to say. First of all, really fast. First, and Antonio Brown. Then they've got Big Ben. He's still playing well.
What's number 30 name coming out that backfield, man?
James Conner.
Man,
I mean, really, dude. He's
definitely
making everybody say Le'Veon. Who?
Hey, man.
Seriously, man.
He is the reason why Le'Veon is getting traded. 100%.
Le'Veon's walking.
He's walking, man.
He's riding jet skis in South Beach right now, man.
And the kid is
what are you
getting
gonna
better
do?
by the week, people. It's not like he's getting worse. He's getting better. I noticed that he's hitting his gaps harder. He's running stronger.
Yeah.
He's getting more touchdowns, being able to do more stuff with him week after week. I mean, it's almost like they're finally clicking like him and Le'Veon used to. You know what I mean? And once that happened, oh, man, that's it, bro. See you later, Le'Veon.
Yeah. And what's so amazing to me and to a lot of people, I mean, some people may not know this, but I definitely want to throw it out there. Mm-hmm. James Conner, he was a running back at University of Pittsburgh, so he is a hometown boy, first of all.
Yeah.
And, he spent 1 year, battling cancer whenever he was a college player. Came back, and look at the success that he's having. Pittsburgh Panther, now a Pittsburgh Steeler, and he is riding this pine. He's riding it right now. This wave that's would make guys like Franco Harris and Jerome the Bus Bettis super duper proud to be that bell cow right now.
He's not that freakish runner that Le'Veon Bell is, but he's a strong runner though.
he's the kind of runner that Pittsburgh needs whenever
he's a gritty
December
runner,
and January roll around.
Yeah, he's a gritty runner.
That's the difference right there.
It is, but you still got to give Le'Veon his props, man. He's a freak. He's an amazing running back. He would help any team that he go to. He really would.
He's a great back. He's one of the most patient backs I've ever seen. He's certainly one of the most elusive. He's a great back out of the receiving out of the backfield.
Oh man, absolutely, big time.
But he does have issues with staying healthy.
Big time. He is probably the number one reason why they lost against the Patriots a few years ago.
Absolutely.
When he went down, that's when the game went down.
Correct.
So, yeah. Okay, man, I felt good. That was a good game to get me all pumped up.
I know.
Got my rocket going on.
Hey, we got another one we got going on here, man.
All right,
we got the game of the week that has all of LA proud. Whether it's Los Angeles or Louisiana, you are straight pumped about this game right here. Who Dat Nation, make some noise. We want to hear what you got to say on this one. The New Orleans Saints.
Who dat?
And the Los Angeles Rams.
LA.
The game of the week.
Hold on.
I mean,
LA.
oh my gosh.
California
Wow. California knows how to party. Knows how to party. Y'all didn't come to hear us sing, though. Y'all came to hear what we got to say about this game and the next one we're talking about. Okay. So, what you got on this one here, man? This is a big one. Big game.
Brother, I have been tossing and turning about this game all week because it's been extremely hard for me to pick the winner of this game. And it's really hard because both of their offenses are so potent, man. And I mean extremely potent. And not only that, it gets even worse than that, man. They both got amazing backs. Todd Gurley, to me, the league MVP right now.
For sure.
But then you got Drew. Drew got the double. He got the double trouble toil and double trouble toil and whatever.
Ingram and Kamara. Yes,
I was trying to get the phrase down right. But he got the Twin Towers back there. Them dudes,
no doubt,
outstanding.
No doubt.
God, man, Todd, I'm gonna let you pick because I'm still having trouble trying to just really. Oh man, I don't know, man. This gonna be a good one.
Fair enough.
I'm having trouble, bro.
All right, so we haven't said anything on this, but we are live, so I do want to at least acknowledge those that are currently on the show right now.
Who that?
Well played, sir. Well played. Honey and Lena, my mom and dad in Michigan. Love you guys. Glad y'all are tuning in.
Hello.
Brian Wells, glad to have you on the show as well.
Be well.
Yeah. LA does have a defense. There's no question about that. And Drew, I mean, you're saying he's going to get pressured all day. I can certainly see that coming up the middle with Ndamukong Suh and, of course, with Aaron Donald, who, I mean, he's been getting double teams.
Yeah.
Game in and game out, and he still is getting there. That's insane to watch.
But don't forget, Drew Brees isn't he's no stranger to a Wade Phillips defense. He knows how Wade comes at him.
That's fair. That is certainly fair.
He knows how Wade gonna bring it.
And look here. I don't know if Marcus Peters is really healthy yet.
I don't think so.
With their secondaries does seem a little bit suspect right now.
Oh, you can throw over the top of it.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking at right there. If the New Orleans Saints can give Drew enough time to work,
they will.
I do think that they have what it takes to win in a shootout.
And they're at home, right?
I believe it's in L.A. I'm pretty sure this game is in L.A.
Oh man! Oh damn!
So that's going to make it really, really, really interesting. I will double check that really quick, just to be,
because they won't be getting no California love out that way, baby.
Let me just look on that one really fast. I am thinking. No, excuse me.
It's in the dome.
Yeah, it's in the dome.
Saints. I'm going.
Going with the
made
Saints.
my pick.
That
Saints.
place, that place is going to be absolutely just raucous. It's going to be crazy up in there.
And all that hoodoo and voodoo gonna be on that field, and they ain't gonna be letting them boys do nothing out there. It's gonna be going down there, baby. You heard me?
Wow, you truly went Cajun with
Oh
that
yeah,
one, man.
you heard me?
Oh my gosh. All right, so you're going with the Saints.
I'm going with the Saints.
You're going with the
man.
Saints.
I think that, man, it's gonna be rocking up. In
Man,
there.
I think I'm going to get castrated or something if I don't go with New Orleans.
You gotta
also.
go with them, dog. It's gonna be rocking. Man.
I'm not a Saints fan, and people know that.
Me either. I'm not a Saints fan.
But yeah, I mean, I just
the dome gonna be rocking, baby. You can imagine
Brian Wells is still saying, it doesn't matter whether it's in the dome. The Rams are still going to win. You could be right. I mean, there's a 50% chance that you're right, and there's a 50% chance that we're right.
Hey,
so
B. Wells actually is not a 50% chance that you're right because it's two of us. So I think that makes our odds a little bit better.
All right.
All I'm saying, I'm talking to you, Mr. Wells. You know how it gets down in there, man. It gets loud. It gets crazy. The dome is in there, man. It's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be a bunch.
Choose your words carefully. You are talking to a fellow Bronco fan.
I know. Hey, well, look, man, we on the same. I'm with him, but I'm just letting him know, man. Listen, man. Listen, we there, but man, it gets crazy, man. They be dressing up like witches and warlocks and nuts and zombies. It's gonna be crazy.
What does a nut look like?
Them same fans, man. Listen, man. Me and you, be well. Listen, we gonna get together, kid. I'm gonna buy some tickets, man. We gonna go down there. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, man. These folks are strange, and it's gonna be a strange game. They coming from LA. They ain't gonna be ready for that, baby. They gonna be seeing all that crazy mess and sparkles, and it's gonna get scary out there, man. It's gonna be like Halloween, and that was a few days ago. I'm telling you. Listen, man. LA gonna lose, bro. They finna get they L, and this is a very important thing because they might meet up again in the championship.
That's a very valid point, and it could very well determine exactly where they play as well. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I have to say the Saints.
Get it out, man. Get it
damn.
Out.
Okay.
Get it out. Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Even though the Rams, in my opinion, do have the MVP of the league, I'm looking at Todd Gurley on that one.
Oh, Gurley definitely MVP of the league.
He's been absolutely amazing,
and he's gonna get better, and he's gonna have a big game. He's gonna have a big game because the Saints are vulnerable to the run, so he's gonna have a big game.
And I'm just gonna really quick. I'm just gonna say. It's amazing what a difference one man can make when one man's career. Because Jared Goff,
you know how bad I talked about him.
Oh my God, dude!
I talked crap about Goff last year. I couldn't stand him.
Jeff Fisher.
Oh man, he didn't
made
learn how
him
to use
look like the next Ryan Leaf, and now he's looking, like a special quarterback.
The dude throwing
with Sean McVay,
and he throwing bombs. Man, it's not like he's a nickel and dime guy. He goes down the field.
Yeah,
and that's hard to be that kind of quarterback because you throw a lot of interceptions. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. I mean, he goes downfield and he does it effectively, man.
He has been able to do that. There's no question about that.
He's improved to me. He has proven to me. I am no longer talking bad about you, my brother. You have definitely proven to Jevon that you the man. So I take back all that stuff I said about you last season. Unless you lose tomorrow really bad, then I'm gonna take it all right back. I'm gonna be like, hey man, you do suck. But I seriously doubt it. Golf, you the man. Big claps to Golf for not being a turd.
Notice that only one of us is clapping right now. So, I mean, there's been, oh my gosh. We're going from the pros to college.
Ooh, because we got a humdinger.
We have one hell of a game. I hope and I believe that it is going to be coming up in, T-minus 20 minutes or so. So, yeah, I mean, if we wanted to fit the next 19 minutes in on this specific topic, we could. I doubt that we will, though.
Hell
so
no.
we're just going to go ahead and just dive on in here.
I want to dive right into it.
Heavyweights. This is some Ali Frazier type of stuff right here. Holyfield Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Bama, Death Valley, LSU at night.
Woo.
This is the highest rank that both teams have been able to play against each other since 2011.
Damn.
It's also whenever LSU was ranked number 1 and Alabama was ranked number 2. That, of course, was the game that happened where it was nothing but field goals.
Yeah.
It resulted in a 9-6 win in overtime. Right? Only to have the national championship come back where everybody and their mama was sick of SEC this, SEC that, and Alabama wins the national championship 21-0.
Okay.
Dominance has ensued ever since. LSU has come close on numerous occasions in the years since.
Close, but no cigar. Yeah.
They've, for whatever reason or another, they've not been able to get it done. A lot of that has been due to quarterback play.
Yeah.
And
we got one this year, baby.
Joe Burrows is, I mean, he may not be, lighting things up statistically, but the man, he does not lose games. He makes winning plays.
Yes.
He converts on third downs.
Yes.
He makes it happen the way, he's kind of the ultimate game manager of sorts.
Oh, he is.
And he has the ability to do that because he's got Nick Brissett back there. He's got 10 rushing touchdowns on the year right now. He's been the follow-up to the guys like Fournette and Geis. He's nowhere near as talented, mind you, but his production is spoken for itself.
I think this kid is playing like that, just like what you said. He's managing the game so we can win. He knows what we need to do to win.
Right.
I think because I do believe he's going to the pros, and I think when he goes to the pros, he'll be able to let loose that throwing ability that he has. Because I think I've seen glimpses of it in different games. I think he can be that guy. You know what, man? Let me spit on Nick Saban, man. You know what, man? Forget you, Nick. You know what? It's going down, Nick. You in trouble. We got Bobby Boucher as the coach now, bro. That man, he may not can talk, and his accent might be extremely heavy, but he knows how to win, man. This is not that LSU team you beat up on last year. Not that LSU team you might beat on the year before that. This is a gritty, nasty, dirty, grimy LSU team that will win, and they love their coach, and them boys will play for him. I'm telling you right now, and speaking of craziness, remember what I said about the Dome in New Orleans? Let's talk about Death Valley. It's gonna be some drunk rednecks out there, man. They're gonna be spilling beer all on the field. They're gonna be screaming,
it's gonna be crazy.
Shouting.
One way or another, it's gonna be nuts.
Somebody's teeth gonna come out and fly out on the field. It's gonna be pandemonium. You won't even be able to call a play because you can't hear yourself. You won't be able to hear yourself.
No.
We finally got a winning team. Do you know what that feels like, man? That is a whole nother thing when you go from zero to hero. We're ready. Once again, I'm making another prediction right now. Alabama will not get out of Death Valley alive. You're going to die right down there, buddy. It's going to be a slow, miserable death. It might be a blowout. I'm hoping it's going to be a good game, but it might mess around and be a blowout, bro. Might be.
Woo.
It could be. It could.
Brian, you're talking about being without their best player on defense, and I know you're talking about Devin White, who is serving a half-game suspension because of a very controversial targeting play that happened against Mississippi State a couple weeks back, which was absolutely just preposterous. He is the leader of that defense. There's no question about that. And LSU has by far the best defense that they have had really since 2011, and they've definitely got the best defense that Alabama has seen to this point as well. I mean, they're littered with pro prospects that are it's phenomenal to sit there and watch. Safety Grant Delpit, I mean, is looking like Jamal Adams from a couple of years ago. He is an amazing talent. Josh Hale, glad to have you on the show, brother.
Jiggy Josh.
Jiggy. Hell yeah.
Get jiggy
Look
with
here,
it.
man. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Purple does look good, right?
Oh, so you're going to talk about the LSU, but you ain't going to talk about my Panther? You know what, brother? I got you. I got you on that. You know what I mean? All right. I understand. I see where you're at.
They've also got Greedy Williams, who is a sophomore and is a great cornerback in his own right.
He's greedy.
He's a sophomore from Shreveport, right here in our home area.
Home tizzy.
And dude, serious. Yeah, Delpit is a stud. No question about that. This game, I mean, Alabama's offense is better than I think it's ever been as far as their air attack is concerned.
I agree.
Tua Tagovailoa. Damn, that's a hard word to say, but it's certainly worth mentioning.
That's why I let you say it.
25 touchdowns, no interceptions to this point in the season.
He
has been absolutely just lights out.
That's about to change.
On the reel. It's incredible watching what that man has been able to do. He tears you up from the ground. He tears you up through the air. The national championship against Georgia last year was his coming out party, and it has carried over since. Now, Tua to Denver in 2020.
We'll take it.
Gosh,
We'll
of
take
course
it.
you would throw that in there. Welcome to the show as well, Derek. Glad to have you on, brother.
All right, we'll take him, okay? God, we need a quarterback. We'll take him.
But look here. LSU's defense against Alabama's offense, that is where most of the attention is going to go. I want to know what LSU's offense is going to do against Alabama's defense.
I think we'll do
That's going to be the telling story of the game right there. That offsets the whole thing.
What we cannot relinquish is what we do well. Ground and pound. Pound that rock, and then take them to the air. That's our formula.
I'm going to flip it on you, though. Seriously. To beat Alabama, they're going to have to throw to set up the run. Because Alabama's going to be stacking the box anyway.
Of course.
They're going to have to get out some quick passes to be able to beat what is going to be obvious blitzing situations that Alabama's going to be sitting a ton of pressure. And they're going to flood certain gaps. They're going to flood certain gap assignments. The B gap, the C gap, the A gap. It's all going to be D coming off the edge. It's going to be pretty damn crazy to sit there and watch.
Well, that's what I like about this new coach of ours. He's not afraid to take chances. He's not like what we been used to seeing.
Yeah.
Super conservative. Even though what we're doing not working, continue to do it and lose and die a slow death. That's not how this coach works. And I like that about it. I like that about it.
That is the definition of insanity. I mean, Coach Miles was going in there on a weekly basis, expecting to do the same thing and get different results.
And we died a slow death.
It was terrible. It was terrible to watch.
It was. For as LSU fans, whether you go to the college or not, that's our home team. That's who that's the measurement of Louisiana.
I mean,
and you don't want to see your team fizzle out like that, man. You hate to see oh God, I don't know, man. You just hate to see it happen, and I'm tired of it. I'm ready for a change. We got to change. We're gonna turn Alabama into loose change.
I love that some of our fans are going at it right now. Josh, Brian, Derek, they're all sitting there having their own conversation with each other right now about the LSU Alabama game. Y'all keep it going. This is entertaining. We're getting entertained right now. I'm just watching, just reading this. Hey
man, you know what? How about some of y'all bring me something to eat, man? While you all doing all that talking, I'm hungry. You know what I mean? That's what I want. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Y'all doing all that talking and jibber jabbing. You know what I mean? I need a game time pizza. How about that?
Be fine with me. I would love some pizza right now.
Forney, where my game time pizza at, buddy?
Yeah, order us one from Monroe. Go ahead. We love that.
Yeah, man. Don't worry about it. Put it on your card, bro.
That'll be ice cold by the time it gets here. But you know what? We'll still eat it. We have microwaves.
I got a microwave. Shit, I'll heat that pizza right on up and eat it just like it ain't no thing.
Bob. So, just really, really, really quick, I'm going to ask you this here. If you're Coach O, what are you telling the guys coming out of the tunnel right now? Because they're coming out of the tunnel right now. I know they got to be doing it.
I'm going to tell you right now. Here's my game time speech. Team, nobody expects for us to win except for everybody right here in Louisiana. And guess what? We already right here in Louisiana. We're not in Alabama. We are right here, right now. This is our time. This is not their time. They done sat on the top of the mountain. They done got greedy. They done got fat. They've been eating all this time. Now it's time to go in there and take their food. because we are hungrier than they are, and we are the Tigers anyway. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We eat elephants. You know what I mean? So let's go eat these fools. Forget roll tides. We're going to roll them right on out of here with an L, and we're going to leave some bodies dead on the field when it's all over with. Game time, who?
Well put.
Woo!
I like it.
Get them pumped, boy. I have them coming out of that thing, man. They'll be ripping heads off before the game even start.
Brian is saying that he would tell them, score more of the other team, and we'll win.
Man, that little modest speech ain't gonna get no win. Have you watched Any Given Sunday? You gotta get pumped. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna win nothing. You gotta get hyped, man.
Look, I'm gonna say this, man. LSU needs to take this game as though this is the national championship.
Very much.
That is what this represents. There are probably, I mean, if both teams manage to make it, into the playoffs, into this 4-team playoffs, they will face each other again.
They will see each other again, yeah.
I do genuinely believe that. But LSU has got to take care of business tonight. It has got to go down tonight.
You everything is going for your favor. You got home field advantage. You got momentum. You got to get it tonight. It has to be done.
This is the best that LSU has been, talent-wise, coaching-wise, and they've got they've got home field advantage. I mean, it's one of, if not the best place to play, and it's a night game.
Yes.
LSU is
what else do
freaking
you want,
invincible.
Man?
They're like vampires. They come out there, it's night, they're stronger, they're faster, they're hungrier, they're meaner, they're nastier.
Ooh.
They will come and they will bring it. Ooh. You need to get your asses out there, be ready to hit, stick, wrap up, go for the kill. This is your opportunity, LSU. Make it happen. Be ready to suit up because we are coming. We are bringing it. Purple and gold. Sign me up right now. Go Tigers.
Oh, go Tigers. Woo! God, I gotta be pumped up, night. Ooh.
Hell yeah, baby.
Jesus. That's
you got anything else you want to say before we wrap this puppy up?
That's how you end the show, baby. God, I want to end the show on one note.
Yo, what you got?
On a quick question. So, somebody threw a question out there on Twitter. They said, what's the worst thing that could happen to your team? Having Gruden as your coach or losing Peyton Manning as your player? It was a Bronco as your
quarterback.
gosh. It was a Bronco fan that put that out there. I want to answer that question real quick. Gruden sucks, okay? But losing Peyton Manning sucks way worse, bro. Look, everybody talk bad about my main man arm. We had several quarterbacks with arms that are just fine, and we ain't went anywhere. We can't even see a playoff game. We seen 2 Super Bowls with this guy, and we went to the playoffs every year he was with us. Losing Peyton Manning is way worse than John Gruden. Trust me. You know what I mean? And that's how I answer that question. That's how I felt about it.
I can live with that answer. Look here.
That was it.
Thank all you guys for tuning in. Everybody, thank you for your comments.
Yeah.
Be sure to like, share, follow, because we're really hitting on all cylinders right now. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. As always, I'm your host, Todd Knight, Jevon Superman Miller, Sports at Night, real fans, real talk. Thank you guys again so much. We'll see you on the other side, baby. Go Tigers. Go LSU. Make us proud. Let's win this damn thing. Let's go.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Well, I almost want to go buy me a beer. You know I don't drink. I almost want to.
You know what? I don't drink either, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I can go get a Dos Equis.
Okay. Gotcha.
A lot of those guys drink those.
Yes. I'm with you on that.
Tigers go.